And we're back with Dubster, the show where we talk about dubs and make people want to cry or something. And see, Di, I told you we'd cover something for this month to fit with the theme of Devil May Cry. So what better show than something that follows, well, the devil. It's our protag. And because he's voiced by Josh, there's lots of crying involved, because Josh's career is nothing but him crying and
nothing
screaming.
But Kenichi.
Exactly. Being a Devil May Cry, might as well do the shameless plug for that now. Yes, I did get a chance to interview Ruben Langdon over at the YouTube channel, The Otaku Paradise, if you all want to check it out. We talked about his time in working on the DMC animes dub with ADV. Apparently he had a lot of fun with that. So, that's a thing. But enough about that, let's get to this. So, Di, did you have fun with this isekai?
Better than Shield Hero Season 2.
You know, when you say that, it hurts every time. It really does. Okay. So, the devil is a part-timer, or... oh god. Hataraku Mao-sama. Why? It's a series of light novels written by Satoshi Wakahara and illustrated by Waku, if that is how you pronounce that, probably not. We're just gonna call it Devil's Part-Timer. Because this is Dubster Dive, not Subster Dive. What the hell's wrong with you people? It's sick.
Yeah, what do you think? We're watching Sonic X or something?
Anyway. Damn it, Di.
There is no dub of that.
I mean... yeah.
Nothing worth watching.
So yeah, Devil's Part-Timer, the anime by Studio White Fox! You know, people behind Re:Zero, and Goblin Slayer, who never do follow-up seasons, or do the anime 2013.
To do a follow-up season, Re:Zero.
Yeah, the anime aired in 2013 with Funimation, the dead company. Funnier every time. Would release the dub in 2014. They gave it an amazing limited edition. It's so amazing it just comes in a box. Yeah, a lot of Funimation's LEs around that time were kind of garbage. I'm not gonna lie.
And nothing changed.
Okay, yeah, a lot of their LEs are still kind of shit. Oh yeah, speaking of White Fox...
unless you're a shovelware anime, that's not worth shit.
Like, White Fox also did Cautious Hero, though, man. And they announced Season 2 of that. It's been 3 years, and there's been no news on it, so I think it's dead.
Yeah. That's real good news.
So the plot of the show follows, as the title suggests, Satan, our main character, and one of his 4 generals named Ashia, as they're battling in the world of Ente Isla, which is... I guess this universe's equivalent of, like, Celestia or whatever. Think Disgaea. Which is why a lot of people consider this the true Disgaea anime adaptation. Anyway. They're fighting against Amelia the hero, and shit ends up happening where... Satan and Ashia, his general, get forced through a gate and end up in modern-day Tokyo. But because they're in modern-day Toyko... they don't have any magic powers right now. Their magic's very limited, so they have to conserve it. And live like normal people. In the case of Satan, getting a job at McDonald's. Oh, I'm sorry, McRonald's.
For some reason, there's a lot of spaces in between the words, too.
Yeah.
It's like MG... RO, then there's a space before, then there's a huge ass space before the...
I always thought it was McRonald's with a C for the longest time, the first time I watched this. I have no idea why.
Well, most animes just, let's take that, and wombo it.
McDonald's. Studio McDonald's. Anyway. Before people slap me for that one. Yeah. So Ashia, his general that's with him, I think his celestial name was Alciel, but I keep calling him Ashia because that's his human name, because they come up with human names now. Like Satan is now Sadao Mao, as you know. Ashi is the stay-at-home person that keeps the apartment clean. They even make jokes about him being the housewife. Yes, really. I'm pretty sure this is a ship that would make all Fujoshis happy. Yeah, no, you remember. You were about to bring it up.
Even close to saying that himself at one point.
No, he did. There was a conversation he had with one of the other characters where he's like, I feel like I'm the housewife, and that's all I am. I do nothing but do the chores. I air out his futon. I do the laundry. But yeah, it's basically Satan trying to make a normal living in this world and coming to realize maybe conquering the world isn't what he wants, and he appreciates humanity as the show goes on. He's starting to appreciate shit.
Man.
Yep, and obviously beings from Entei Isla also come through the gate to try murking him, because again, he was the devil in that world, so he's not exactly innocent over there. So you have people from the church.
Come to find out, neither were they.
Oh yeah, everyone's a dick. Yeah, like Amelia the hero, who came forward to this world as well. And she may or may not be best girl. Fight me. We'll get to all the characters when we get to...
favorite place.
Oh yeah, she works in customer service, right?
The customer service call center.
Oh, I've heard that is like one of the most stressful jobs on the planet. But yeah. Anyways, we'll get to each one of the characters when we get to the talking about their fuzz and stuff. So first, animation. Die, how was it? It's white fucks.
Yes.
So it wasn't dicks.
What do you think this is? What do you think this is? Blah 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 with their Dean over there.
Yeah, but Dean lost Konosuba.
Or whatever the hell that was in Platinum End.
Chop that up to platinum animation? Anyway. Okay, so the animation's good, I guess. Too bad it didn't have any of your favorite CG. Or did it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it had some... Yeah, it's CGI cars.
Oh, well see, there you go. What about the fight scenes?
No, less CGI cars. Wait a minute.
Oh, so you're saying they were decently choreographed. Well...
For how short they were, yeah.
I mean, yeah. As far as the music, it does its job. Sure, a lot of it's typical slice of life affair. And some of it, I don't know, sounds like Egyptian music to me.
Especially the commercial break.
Yeah,
thing.
You hear it, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Guess it's time to get into why this is called Dubster Dive. Which, yeah, the extras on the Blu-ray version answered a lot of questions about the dub, so we'll get to that after we list off everybody. First, the ADR director was Christopher Bevansfield. Just Bevins. But I'm gonna call him Bevanfield from now on. Don't judge me.
I'm sure there's like 2 people out there that get what you're doing.
And the scriptwriter being... Land Whale, ring profusely on social media. I mean, Jamie Markey.
And a story mark.
Exactly. And oh man, in one of the extras, she said one of the most bullshit statements, but we'll get to that. But alright, first we have Satan, or Sadao Mao, voiced by Josh Greeley, who I'm starting to think we've been covering here a lot lately. Anyway. Besides, the narrator from Attack on Titan! Why do they credit him as that when the OVAs, when it's clearly Armin describing what's going on? Like, come on.
No, they credit him as that in general.
He's also Michael from Aesthetica of a Rogue Hero, and Glenn Radars from Akashic Records of a Magic Bastard Instructor. By the way, whoever came up with the
greatest hits, didn't you?
Yep. Hey, Akashic Records is amazing. Whoever came up with the outfits for the waifus in that anime, legend.
Oh yes, outfits designed after a strip club.
Hell yeah! Anyway, so Josh does a really good job as Sadao now. You could tell he's having the time of his life here. In fact, everyone seems to have a lot of fun with this damn show. But when they're in Entei Iso, they have to speak a foreign language or some shit, which is a language they made up exclusively for the dub. So...
And a lot of the scenes it's used in is really just filler fluff.
Yeah. But in the first, like, 5 minutes of Ep 1, and when they first arrive in our world, Ashia and Sadao are only using that language. So...
And based on what it sounds like, it's clearly loosely based on Italian.
According to Chris Bevins, it was somewhat inspired by Russian and or combining that with Gaelic English or something.
Yep.
Gaelic. Gay.
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah. Or just European in general.
Yeah, because some of the words straight up sound like something that's
Fragile.
It must be Italian.
Yeah. Josh, one of the MVPs for this stuff. This is one of his best fucking roles, in my opinion. Like, he's just having the time of his life. Much like our next person, Ashia, whose best friend Kun and also pseudo housewife Kun, who does nothing but, yes, oh my lord, Lord Sadao, I love you. The Demon King, I will worship you forever. That's his whole character. He's also a cheapskate, too. Any way he could save money for what they call the Demon's Castle, which is just their apartment, he will.
A one-bedroom apartment.
Yep. Dude, they literally nicknamed the bike they ride on.
Apartment. There's no bedroom. It's just the one room.
Oh, so it's a studio apartment. Yeah. They literally named their bike the bike they ride on, they named it Doulahan.
That poor bike.
Hey, Kerry Walgren wasn't in this show. We really need to watch Durarara again at some point.
We already did. It's called Odd Taxi.
But yeah, so Ashia is voiced by Anthony Bowling. Speaking of cautious hero, it's Seiya. He's also Frankie and Spike's family. But his most important role of all time, Edgeworth's dad from the Ace Attorney anime.
But he could shot it.
Doesn't he always? And this is typecasting. He's always best friend Kun. I don't think he's ever going to escape that either. So, you know what to expect with him.
Yeah, just like Josh, as if we're going to escape being roles like that.
Ah! You mean doing that? His whole career?
Yeah, from his first role till the end of... Wait, what?
Yeah.
Konichi really set the bar.
After him, we have Amelia the hero, who followed him through the gate because she's like, wait, he's in the human world? I gotta follow him and murk this bitch. But now she lost her celestial powers too, so she goes under the name Emi Yusa. And she's soon to raise hell, because she's starting to realize, wait, Sadao Mao's actually being nice to humans? He's not being evil? Well, maybe I might start taking a liking to him. Lol. Also, she's best girl because flat is justice. Fight me. What, Dai? You want to fight?
No.
Anyway, she's voiced by Felicia Angel, who you'll probably know as Kohaku from Dr. Stone, or her most notable role, Alex from Gangsta. I don't remember that anime very much, I'm going to be honest. So, maybe that was a main character, I'll fucking know.
She was the main female?
That's right, she was. Dude, it's been 8 years, man. Or however many years it's been. It's been a long time. I'm sorry. Also, that ending for that show pissed me off, so you could excuse me for blocking it out.
Come on, now's the part where you insert Genshin here, because...
Well, yeah, she's Mona. She's Mona in Genshin Impact, which, by the way, I was the one who totally tipped off that cameraman to focus solely on her ass. Yep, you can thank me for that, definitely.
No, the cameraman just knows his audience.
Damn straight he does. But her most notable role, Yumina from In Another Smartphone World. I don't care to know that show's name.
I think you had a stroke there.
Oh no, I said it correctly, trust me. Unless you want to correct me and acknowledge that show's existence, which is getting a season 2.
Have fun with that.
Yay. Anyway, this is another great role by Felicia. She even said herself on one of the commentaries, Emmy's one of her favorite roles, period. Then again, this commentary was from 2014, so who knows if she still feels the case. But I'm guessing she does. And I mean, come on, she's playing a tsundere.
Who likes those?
I mean, she also said she's not used to doing her normal voice for a role at that point, because that's just her normal speaking voice, and normally she goes either much higher for all of her roles up to that point. So...
Hi.
Exactly. No, she went on this whole thing, like, saying that when she heard her voice as Amelia, which was her normal voice, she hated it, because she's like, I hate hearing the sound of my normal voice. Yeah, a lot of people usually do till they get used to it. Like, oh my god, my voice is evil. How could anyone listen to me talk? Anyway. After her, though, we have Chiho, who's a normal human that works at McDonald's alongside Sadao, and... yeah, she's the moe blob of the group. And incredibly clumsy.
One man's trash is another man's moe.
And one of the other best girls, fight me, die!
But you said flawed is justice.
I'm making an exception on this one. And yeah, right. She of course starts falling for Sadao also, because again, light novel needs some form of harem stuff in it from around this time. Chiho is voiced by Tia Ballard, who I'm sure all of you know, I just can't wait a minute. What's the opposite of that? Anyway, she's
Scourge the Hedgehog, wait, what?
She's Asuka from Asteroid in Love, which means somewhere out there, there's a universe where she's voicing Asuka and Avon Jellyfish. Yeah, that sounds strangely hot to me. Anyway, also happy in Fairy Tail Needing Zero. And, I mean, it's Tia voicing a moe blob. It's literally her typecast most of the time, so you know what to expect. Also, I love how she's the one giving out this version of this world's version of Happy Meals, happiness meals. So you get Chiho talking about a happiness meal when she's the voice of Happy. It's kinda dumb.
Only if you think about it that way. Who really is the... anyways.
Well, after her, we have Lucifer. I thought Satan or the devil was Lucifer, but I guess they're two different people in this universe, so roll with it.
Yeah.
Who's one of Satan's 4 generals as well, who followed him through the gate and is trying to get him murked because he wants the power for himself, etc. In this world, he's known as Urashikawa. Probably butchered that pronunciation, because that name's one of those weird ones. He's also a computer nerd. And a hermit.
Fucking nerd.
I know, man. Dude, he ordered the game Devil Souls from jungle.com. Or jungle.co.
Yeah. Totally subtle. Both of those.
I mean, it's pretty obvious he's gonna end up getting on with Sadao since, you know, one of his former friends. And he's, I guess you'd say he's the one of the group that always gets bullied. Every group has one. But he's voiced by Aaron Dismuke, who you don't know as Yutaka from Ping Pong the Animation, a show Funny lost the rights to. But fine, here's a notable one, Senku from Dr. Stone. Which, doesn't have an OVA coming out or some shit.
Never heard of it.
Well, yeah, Aaron had fun with this role. He even made a joke, though, I guess minor spoiler, but it's an obvious one, on one of the commentaries where he said, he's like, every heel character I play ends up having a face turn partway in, man. Like, as soon as they show up, they're only evil for a second. He wants to someday play just a straight-up evil dick. Now that I think about it, he's not really wrong, though. Every anti he does voice ends up turning good in the end, doesn't it? What?
Yeah.
Well...
I mean, yeah.
After him, we have the last main character, Crestia Bell, who is working with the church in Ente Isla. But she went through the gate to also try assassinating Satan, because, you know, in that world he's known as the evil incarnate person. Now her new name is Susanoo, and she's a worse girl, right, Di?
Right.
Well, yeah, she's, I guess you could say, kind of an odd one. Her studies on Japan are... you know, wearing that old traditional shit. And even speaking in that old feudal-like shit, too. So... she has trouble adapting at first, let's just say. And she's voiced by Alex. You watch anime online that's out of print, you're a colonizer more. That's a long middle name. Who don't know as Eleanor von Wittenberg from DAZ-Ray, or Yamaneko from Million Arthur. Pretty sure those two animes are two that most people haven't even seen. But,
People probably don't even know Million Arthur exists.
No, she's also the narrator in Date Alive.
Whatever that means.
Well, I mean, she does good as this role. You get to hear her shout a lot near the end when she's getting pissed off at Satan.
The narrator in Date Alive barely exists.
They do. Hell, in Season 4, they're just nothing but episode previews. Yeah, they even make a comment in the first episode for Date Alive. Do you think the narrator doesn't exist? I'm still doing the preview. But yeah. And again, she does fine as Susanoo. The weird person, I guess. She said this was one of her first, like, main character roles or whatever. That up till then, she's only been one-offs. But anyways, guess after her we should get to some of the side characters. So first, Amelia's work friend, Rika. Yes, I'm sure it's Rika and not Lika. They're not gonna flip-flop. This fucking Higurashi Go's dub. Die.
I wouldn't be surprised if they got it wrong either way, because they have a tendency for that.
They do. Well, she's basically wanting everything to go well for Amelia. She's also a mad shipper, so when she hears about Amelia getting into fights with Sadao, she's like, oh, really? You know, you seem to talk about this guy a lot. Maybe, you should be with him. And then Emmy flips out. Wait, no, I don't see him that way. What are you talking about? It's not like I think about him every second of the day or anything. I don't stalk him home every day, and if I do, it's to make sure the devil isn't doing anything evil, yeah. That's how she convinces herself.
Evil!
Evil! Yeah, Rika's voiced by Alexis Tipton, who you don't know is Kurumi from Date Alive, having a lot of Date Alive this time. And Sister Iris from Fire Force. And Anya from Soul Eater or Not, a show that Bones will not bring back. Why won't you bring back Soul Eater, you bitch? I mean, sorry about that. I miss Soul Eater, man. I really do.
Because they're too busy forcing fillers to force in another academia movie.
Well, it's Alexis Tipton. For when she is here, she's having fun, basically trolling the shit out of Emmy. Because, you know, of course. After her, we have Alba, who's the priest that came alongside Lucifer, and he betrayed the church to side with Lucifer, thinking that, well, if we work together, we could take out the devil, and then we both win! And he...
I'll up and say something that means I win.
Well, he's voiced by Mark Stoddard, who's the new Dr. Briefs in Dragon Ball Super and Kai. Also Ishii and Higurashi Go, I guess. And he's gonna talk to your ear off about Chupacabras if you watch Sakura Quest. No, seriously, that show makes it. Every time I hear him speak, now I can't help but think of fucking Chupacabra.
You're welcome.
Well, I mean, it's just him playing an old dick, so you know what to expect.
Yeah,
he's a bald dick.
there.
Well,
They literally call him Balder, and he gets so mad.
I mean, is the character actually bald?
Yes.
Oh, it's great. Oh my god, coming up, we've got 3 assholes back to back! Holy shit!
Yeah, that sounds about right.
First, we have Albert, someone else who worked with the church, who's barely here, but fucking I'll mention him anyways. Voiced by Chris Sabat. Yeah, the couch runner himself. It's Armstrong from FMA, or Kasumi from Basilisk, which... I get the feeling if I were to watch that show now, I'd laugh at how absurdly stupid and violent it is. We should do that sometime, Di.
He's honestly not even worth noting.
He's really not. I'm only mentioning him because of his friend over here who's next. Amarada. Voiced by Monica Rial. Yep, you get 2 land whales for the price of 1, because Chris Bevanfield over there likes casting them in all of his shows. Damn it, Chris Bevins, why? And she's playing a typical lolly person trying to do her high-pitched voice. So you do get her character talking about how stressed she is for putting on so much weight. Oh. Oh yeah, Monica, by the way, is Tanya from Saga of Tanya the Evil, and the 197th Bulma from Dragon Ball.
The most irrelevant one.
Do you think people are going to notice the number keeps going up every time we bring her up?
No, they won't.
Now, time for the last cunt. Mitsuki Sarai, the manager of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yes, really, SFC.
It's written there, it's written on the sign in plain English.
The rival to McRonald's, and he's the Angel Sariel. So, yeah. And he's voiced by Damon Mill. Damn it, I did it again! Scott Freeman.
What's the difference?
Difference is, one of them actually got arrested and paid for their crime, the other gets to walk free. That was a point someone brought up after Platinum End, and it's like, I can't argue with that. That's bullshit. But yeah. He's Issei, the first Issei from DxD, and Sakamoto from Baka and Test. And you know, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but they cast it correctly. If y'all are wondering why, because Sariel is kind of a pile of shit. No, literally every character points out how much of a creepy potential rapist this dude is. So, yeah. I don't know, you think Scott's playing himself here, Di?
Yes.
So, he honestly does too good in this role. Like, he fits right in. It's the sad part. You do get a hilarious line, though, where he's praying to God or whatever, and he's like, "Dear Lord, please forgive me for being such an unbelievable tool." Alright, enough talking about this asshole. Let's move on. We only have a couple of characters left. Next is Kisakee, the manager of McRonald's. Might as well bring her up. She's Sadao Mao's boss, and she's voiced by Caitlin Glass. We don't know is Winry from FMA or Natsume from Tokyo Ravens. Yeah, that's a show we should watch at some point.
3 episodes.
Hey, still worth mentioning her. There's only one character left. And... yeah. I'm sure a lot of people waifu this character. Like you, right, Di?
The fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, well, fine then. Don't waifu her. I didn't know you hated her that much. And the last one worth mentioning is Miki, the landlady that they live with. Even if she's only in like 2 episodes, they keep referencing her. Like, isn't there a photo of her in a swimsuit that makes them traumatized?
I think she's only in like 2 scenes before she fucks off.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
is
that,
it like...
but that postcard joke is amazing enough to mention.
Yeah, it's her in a swimsuit, because apparently she's not that attractive. Though maybe to some people she is, I don't know. To each their own and all that. Yeah, she's voiced by Cynthia Krantz, you don't know as Chi-Chi from DBZ. You know, the reason people probably muted their TV when that character showed up in Dragon Ball. And Mitzi from Shin-Chan. So like her two major most known roles at this point. Surprisingly, she's not main characters in all that much, is she?
No.
How long she's been there, especially. As far as ad voices, Jamie Markey's unfortunately several of them, including Chiho's mom, because, you know, waifus come with whales attached. No whales attached, please. Chris Evans casted himself as a few, which fine. Aaron Roberts is ironically one of the worst ones, though. Literally a scene
right after yourself, the worst kind.
Yeah, in Te Isla, there's a scene where Aaron Roberts is talking to another character in like a village or something. Then it cuts to a church, and a different Aaron Roberts is talking in the very next scene.
Then he dies.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's also a police officer in one of the earlier episodes, too.
Probably. Well, that's all the major stuff, but as far as the dub itself goes, there is a few things to point out. So, one, how come when they're in Ente Isla, every time we see characters in that, it's inconsistent whether they're speaking the demon tongue or English?
Yes.
Yeah, there's not really any explanation given for that.
They were lazy.
Like, there's Amelia's backstory, whatever, when you flash back to her in Ente Isla. I just asked when we first got there, you remember? Amelia, why is your backstory in perfect English or Japanese or whatever the hell language this is supposed to be, instead of that weird demon tongue? Or Ente Islan, as I believe they called it. It's the same with Suzuno's backstory, too.
Yeah. Backstories are put through a language filter, clearly.
Their flashbacks are in English. As far as some of the other things that are pretty funny that stand out in the dub, you get Suzuno talking about the movie Lone Lion and Cub. You also get Sadao talking about Kentucky Fried Chicken with Ashia, and Ashia's like, they have organic coffee, and Sadao goes, what? Coffee made from ogres? Why? So, yeah.
They have a natural pestilence.
Shit like that is fucking great. As far as the whole commentaries thing that told us stuff about the dubs, guess we can get into that real quick. The first one is Chris Bevins, Josh, and Tony Bolin. With apparently Chris Bevins admitting he picked ADR directing this over Attack on Titan. Thank God. Could you imagine what Attack on Titan would have been like if it had Monica as Mikasa? What? He likes casting them as major characters if he can help it. No, that'd probably be the case. He also pointed out saying that everyone was fighting for AOT and he didn't want to get in that fight, and I'm just thinking, wait, is that how that works? So like when Spy X Family came through, for example, this year, was there like a fist fight in the meeting room with all the ADR directors?
Yes.
That wouldn't surprise me.
They died instantly.
Yeah. Obviously, the voice actors went over how learning a completely made-up language was very difficult for them to do, while also putting on accents with that language and acting in character with that language. So, guess you gotta give the cast props for that.
Came off as Italian.
Yeah. I mean, there was one comment in this commentary where they're like, Jamie Markey was supposed to be here, but she couldn't make it. And Bowen's like, yeah, she's dying or something. Don't you lie to me, you fucking tease. But yeah, so... Apparently, they said Monica and Sabbath had the most trouble doing this alternate language. Okay, sure.
Well, you've seen how they are on Twitter, it makes sense.
The veterans that have been working there the longest are having trouble. They even admitted that too, that the newer voice actors like Felicia, yeah, they talk about her being new. That's how you know how dated this one is. Picked it up almost immediately. I mean, one thing he did say was that with Ashia, he made the conscious decision to slowly have him pick up on more of English's subtleties as the show went on. And after he pointed that out, I mean, it is noticeable. You know, when he first showed up, he was talking way more proper, not using contractions. Like, instead of can't, he would say cannot. But by the end, he was using them. So... Also, yeah, some of the things they pointed out that they thought were funny. Remember Die Holy Potter?
Yeah. That was a billboard. That's how dated this is.
Fantastic Beasts 3, though, man, I heard it's great!
None of them are.
Yeah, oh yeah, true. I haven't seen them. I don't intend to either. Also, the McRonald's meals. Apparently, the Big Mig and Happiness meals were ad-lib. You know, it's funny. Big Mig, if you change the letters, sounds like... Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so some of the other stuff. When Josh is saying realtor, when he's trying to learn English, he goes, "We have to talk to someone to get this apartment. It's called a realtor." That was also ad-libbed. And do you remember the line where he's like, "Okay, bro, finally we get in the groovy." According to Bevins, that was a reference to an obscure comic of Hawkeye's where he ends up fighting a Russian that says "okay, bro" a lot or some shit.
Yeah.
That is a very strange thing to take inspiration from an insert, but sure. The rest of it is just them talking about what part-time jobs they had, and that's really it. As far as the dub shit, that's all the stuff that's really relevant.
Oh, you mean like this part-time job of working at a scam office?
Yes. For Ashia. No commentary, too. There's Tia, Felicia, Aaron, and Alex. That's when Felicia said Emmy was one of her favorite roles. To currently. Then Aaron went on about the whole turning face thing with all of his characters. Oh yeah, and I'm sure you could tell, Felicia apparently almost threw out her voice doing the screaming sequence when she was being tortured. You know. Also, I didn't know this, but apparently her first role was DXD Episode 1, where she, plays the angel that kills Issei. If anyone says spoiler, it's Episode 1, I swear to fuck.
Too bad it didn't stick, though.
Yeah. She did say her favorite line, also, was when, you know, shit's going crazy with Sadao Mao and everything. And Amelia just has this defeated look on her face, just goes, "This is it. This is my life now." She says that line just sums up everything perfectly. But yeah. I mean, Tia said something really interesting, though, that I thought was worth noting. That, she said a voice actor should never get in the mindset that they have no longer a need to improve. They should always feel like they're improving, and that an ADR director should never make you feel like you did every take correctly, because if you leave a session and the ADR director makes you feel like every single one of your takes 100% was good, then you might want to think that director is lazy. Her words. I guess the last thing to point out about this one, they also talked about how there's a lot of bloopers and outtakes they wish they could include, including one of them of Susanoo telling Chiho that she wants to teach her all about leather and bondage. That's the one example they gave. Why weren't those included? You know, for a company that has fun in the title, you fuckers hate fun. Just saying.
Just now noticing.
Come on, man, that would have been hilarious. And the last extra that we could go over before closing this down, a 15-minute discussion of coming up with the language by Jamie Markey. You fuckers owe me for sitting through this. I don't care if I put it at 1.5 times playback speed. But yeah. So, apparently I did find out the Japanese also used their own version of the demon language, but they never gave a way of translating it. So they had to create their own language from scratch. Which their first idea was to do the whole Beatles thing, have all the words backwards, because you get it, reference the Beatles music backwards being the devil's words or some shit. Subtle. But it was shot down. What? Was it?
Nothing.
Oh. Yeah. And she was inspired with the whole accent thing by Josh's accent he had to do in the Hetalia series. That's a series we should watch at some point. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, it makes lots of racist jokes die about everybody. That's how you know it's fun.
Everyone's an asshole.
But, yeah, now a couple of the bullshit things she said. First, when writing the language, she said if she herself couldn't say it, being as how she's also a voice actor, air quotes, then there's no way anyone else could do it.
Said by the person who can barely speak English.
She says cavalry instead of saying sending in the cavalry. I know some people have that issue of getting those two words mixed up, but yes, the word is cavalry, not cavalry. She is the one person I've heard consistently get it wrong every time. But yeah.
I just say it on purpose because I know it's such a...
It's the grammar Nazi in me, I can't help it. But yeah, she tries fixing it like a second later, she could chuckle. She goes, no, I mean, it's because I wrote the languages all. So if I can't say it and I wrote it, then how's anyone else going to say it? I'm just like, yeah, good save there. I'm sure that's what you meant.
Oh. It's like, I can barely read this. It's all gibberish.
But yeah.
My handwriting is as bad as my voice acting.
I mean, hey, at least there's none of her taking down the patriarchy rhetoric bullshit into it, since all this predates that crap that she was trying to force into the Funimation scripts. And she closes us out by thanking the fans profusely for supporting all of the scripts that she's written. If anything dates this, it is definitely that line right there.
Whoever said that?
Dragon Maid. And all the other scripts, too. But yeah. That's about it, though. Honestly, the dub itself is pretty solid. Alex Moore, and you can tell she's newer at this point. She's not awful, but between everyone else, it does feel like she is the greenest out of everyone, I guess would be the right term. She does fit into her character, though, immediately after the first episode, I'd say. After that, though, I don't know. Nothing to really complain too much about. Unless you have anything.
Yes.
As far as the
that it took this long to get a fucking season 2 announced. That's the biggest problem.
Yep.
Fuck you, white fucks.
So, if you're wondering about Season 2, which as of right now I believe is set for July, it is done by Studio 3HZ, or 3 Hertz, whatever the fuck. They're the people behind Sword Art Online, Alternative Gun Gale Online, and Flip Flappers, that weird magical girl anime that people like, that Sentai dubbed. But yeah. So, I mean, their track record seems to be okay. What's that?
Comparatively.
Oh, the Alternative Gun Gale Online, the spinoff? That looks actually okay. Then again, you're talking to someone who has a guilty fascination with SAO, so I'm sure I'm not the best person for that.
I know you love Spirit Chronicle.
I hate you. Anyway.
What did I say?
Yeah, so if you haven't seen Part-Timer yet, go watch it. The humor is great, the lines are great, the visual gags and all the jokes land. You could tell everyone involved had fun with the dub. So, the only hurdles you'd have to get over, I guess would be Scott Freeman and a couple of other assholes. But if you can stomach that shit, you should be fine.
Which you really only have to for like 2 episodes.
Yeah. Which, speaking of which, who do you think they're gonna replace him with in Season 2? I swear to fuck if it's Damon Mills. Part of me is thinking, wow, that replacement, it's more fitting than it should be. But the other part of me would be like, you fucking serious? Well, I don't know, you guys could let us know who you think it'll be. Honestly, it'll probably be Ian Sinclair, that's my guess. Like, truest guess, right now, that's what I'm saying. We'll see.
I mean, he does voice a lot of characters like that.
Or as I like to call him, Al Ian. Like Alien. Alien Sinclair. So his nickname's going to be from Alan, too.
I'm the one that started.
Yeah, I know. I took it from you. I stole it. But yeah. If you haven't seen the show yet, go watch it. It's on Crunchyroll. I'm pretty sure it's on Funny as well, still, before that app dies. I think it might also be on Hulu. Used to be on Netflix, but no.
Or if you're the type that likes the marathon, wait for Season 2 to be done airing.
Yeah. We rewatched this around this time for 2 reasons. One, it's been 8 years and wanted to refresh for Season 2. And 2, we needed something with a demon in it for Devil May Cry month. And it had to be something less than 25 episodes, because my dumbass got addicted to watching the death trial coverage from Ricotta. So, it's my own fault. Because the original plan was Garo Vanishing Line, which is the real DMC anime. I guess that'll be next year.
You'd much rather watch Garo Season 2.
I hate you again. Stop it. No. Stop this. You mentioned Spirit Chronicle. You're mentioning more shit I'm gonna have to cover at some point. Why? You make people request this stuff. But yeah. Well, so you all thought that was part-timer. If you've seen it, what do you think? And who's best girl? And if you're gonna say anyone other than Emmy or Chiho, why? What are you gonna say, Susan O'Dye? Fucking Susan.
I thought you said Flawless Justice.
We'll come back to this later.
You're just all over the place.
Well, here's hoping the dub for Season 2 is as solid as this one is, because I don't like Chris Bevan's casting the whales, but when it comes to ADR directing, I can't say he's had a really awful dub, at least from what I've seen. So, I don't think he's going to be directing Season 2, though, obviously. We'll see who they get in. Maybe we Kyle Phillips. What, I'd be down for that. He's probably the best ADR director, honestly. He's probably my current favorite one right now.
You mean the one who hasn't ADR directed anything since our last...
Yeah,
video?
since Megalo. Damn it. Well, this dragged on long enough. Chiho and Emmy are best girls. I can't pick. They both win.
You're a baby?
I can't help it, man. As far as MVP of the dub, probably, honestly, I can't really pick one. Out of all the mains, Josh is great, Bolin is great, Felicia and Tia are great. Like, the 4 major mains that are there from Ep 1 all fucking nail it. So... that's it, I guess. And there doesn't need to be an Andrew Ruth Van Award this time. Jamie Markey's already in the show. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a comment, like, and all that. And next time will be Kill La Kill. Because I'm in the mood for watching something dumb and stupid and over the top. As opposed to this, which had the Demon King Satan working at McDonald's. So, completely sound and not dumb and stupid in any way.
And it's coming back for Season 2 only means one thing. Within the next 3 years after, there's gonna be the rip-offs.
Either that or there's gonna be a movie. Because we're in the age of fucking movies now.
Oh, you mean like the movie you're gonna cover, am I right?
You're gonna say quintuplets, aren't you?
No, I didn't. 'Cause you did.
Can I just go watch JJK Zero instead? Again.
No, because people like to watch you suffer.
You know, the funny thing is that this whole anime, it reminded me. Do you remember that one episode of Invader Zim, real quick, where Zim's forced to work at McDonald's? Or it's their version of it, McSpanky's, I think it's called, right? Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, and he even makes a comment. He's like, "Yes, I will conquer the fast food restaurant and then the world. How many promotions, manager, until I become ruler of the human race?" And the guy just goes, I think about 5. This whole show reminds me of that one fucking episode of Zim. But yeah, if you're a big Disgaea fan also, I highly recommend Part-Timer. And if you've seen Part-Timer and haven't seen the Disgaea franchise, why? They literally have the same style of humor. So, chances are, you're gonna like one if you like the other. Anyways, that's it. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you all have yourselves a great day. And we'll be back next time with, half-naked wife who's beating the shit out of each other with giant scissor blades or something.
That's awfully specific.
Well, that's kill in a nutshell. Have a great day.